Assalamu alaikum. Today's video will be looking at the brain and the brainstem. Now in front of me I have a specimen and a model, and both are forming one half of the entire brain. The model is representing the right hemisphere, while the specimen the left hemisphere. So let's look at both things side to side. We'll start with the external surface. Now, externally, we always take the central sulcus of Ronaldo as the reference point. In this case, the central sulcus is right at this point, right over here. This entire sulcus, right over here. It divides the anterior lobe and the parietal lobe. This gyrus is the precentral gyrus, and the one behind it is the postcentral gyrus. So I will put a yellow to represent the gyruses. Let's use the thick ones because the gyruses are thicker. And to show you these same marks on the model, you can see once again, here we have the central sulcus of Ronaldo, the precentral gyrus, and the postcentral gyrus. So let's put two yellows over here as well, the precentral gyrus and the postcentral gyrus. And in between we have the central sulcus of Ronaldo. This is the starting reference point. Let's look anterior to the precentral gyrus. We can see three longitudinal gyruses: the superior frontal gyrus, the middle frontal gyrus, and the inferior frontal gyrus. And you can see they're divided by two sulcuses, the superior and inferior frontal sulcus. So this part of the brain, the anterior lobe, this is where a person's personality is developed and stored. And obviously damage here affects the personality. So let's put blue for the frontal gyruses. The one on top, this is the thick one. The one in the middle, right over here. And the one inferiorly. Here we go. Last one right here. And you may have noticed that the inferior one actually has multiple parts. The one closer, right above the lateral lobe, this is the operculum part. Then it makes a sharp angle. This is the angular part. And the one remaining portion is the orbital part. So here I'm putting the last pin on the inferior frontal gyrus. Similarly, we're going to put them over here. As you can see, the frontal, that's much easier to pass it through here. Now, since a lot of this has been mangled, the inferior one is not nicely seen. So we're just going to put one in the middle one right here and leave it at that. So we have the specimen and the model here. Now let's go behind the central sulcus. I've already put a mark on the postcentral